my other channel. I started a brand new channel called Midnight Mutant Theater, where I review old horror and sci-fi videos. So check out Midnight Mutant Theater. It's a brand new channel. This Friday I'm publishing my review of Plan 9 from Outer Space, directed and written and produced by Ed Wood, who was an eccentric director in Hollywood back in the 50s, a well-known transvestite, which, again, that's fine if that's your thing. You know what I'm saying, man? And why did I park here? I should go to the next spot over. Where did they come from? Some sweet young thing gonna smash right into me. She gotta go get her latte as well. So this is going to be my office away from home, and then once I'm done here, I'm probably going to go for a walk. I don't know. Go for a walk in the woods to make some porno. This is what I don't understand about being an artist. Why are all the art communities in the ghetto? Why? I know we don't have a lot of money, but there's always some developer, building owner that goes into the ghetto, buys some old crappy building that was built in like the 1890s or early 1900s. It's surrounded by just decadence and decay, and you've got to drive through gangland territories to get to these buildings, and they're filthy and they're dirty and they're poorly run and they're poorly kept. Also, we can have an art room somewhere and do our paintings. Why can't somebody somewhere set up one of these establishments in a decent neighborhood? I mean, all these buildings are empty now since COVID. Everything's empty. So why not, hey, commandeer a building that's in decent shape in a decent neighborhood and turn it into art studios? They kind of did something like this in Cleveland Heights. They took over an old school, like a fairly modern school that was like built in the 80s and then abandoned. Man, this place is jumping. I better get inside before I don't have a place to sit. So I don't know why. I don't even understand it in the least. I really don't. And somebody said, well, maybe you can be the one to start this new thing in a modern office building. I don't know how I'd finance it, but there's got to be a better way for us artists. There's got to be a better way than having to go into the ghetto. And almost all the art communities in Cleveland, I think every single one, even in Cleveland Heights, Cleveland Heights is not the place it used to be. You have to really keep your head in a swivel around that area, especially after the sun goes down. But I think all of them. I had another place I looked at called the Screw Factory, and the guy basically, where he was talking about some artist that rented from him, he's showing me around the place. He's like, well, I've got a gentleman that rents from me, and he basically says his wife funds everything for him, and he's allowed to do this. And he goes, it must be nice to have the mentality of a 16-year-old. I'm like, dude, you're an asshole. This guy was just a freaking asshole. And I wouldn't rent from him even if my life counted on it. Just because he thinks all of us artists are immature and haven't grown up and we're being supported by our spouses. I mean, dude, if you didn't have artists, you would have nothing. Everything would be black and white and gray and dull and lifeless. It's just a weird community here. I think the art communities are weird everywhere. I really do. This kid is old enough to drive. Wow. Damn, dude, that kid looked like he's probably 15, 16 years old. Driving a Honda minivan. Alright, I better go get my coffee. It looks like everybody has just taken over this coffee shop. And his girlfriend is like pounding on the seat.